Hello my earthy people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard the Watt, owner and creator of Earth's Curious Goods, and today we're going to talk about amethyst crystal. So let's begin. Okay, so here is my personal collection, and just like my last video on the quartz crystals, these are my personal collection where I have collected these over the years, and won't be selling these are mine. But I will be using them in this video as an example of course, amethyst crystals. Amethyst comes from the name Amethystus, and it means not drunken or not intoxicated. It's considered the February birthstone, so all of you birthday babies, in February, this is your birthstone. And it's also considered part of the stone of Pisces. So if you are ruled by the astrological sign Pisces, this is also a great stone to have. This stone was considered to stop drunkenness or to inhibit being intoxicated. So both the Greeks and Romans would make their cups out of amethyst. They would even wear talismans made of amethyst to help them stay sober before a battle, or if they're about to go to war, they would have amethyst crushed up and spread around their bed, or sometimes even in their wine itself, so they wouldn't get drunk. But that's the legend behind it. There's also a Greek legend about this stone and how it got its color, actually. And Dionysus, which is the Greek god of wine, was annoyed with mortals being, and there's two versions of this story. I prefer the second version, this version. It's less told and less popular, so of course I'm going to tell it, and I like it actually. But Dionysus, the god of wine, was upset with mortals, making fun of him, disgracing his temples, just calling him a drunkard, and he's nothing but debauchery, and he just got really upset. So what he did was he sent his sacred tigers, 2 of them, as a trap to kill anyone that they come across. So the first mortal that they come across, they were to kill. And Dionysus wanted to drink his wine and watch the show, so he was super excited about it. Well, it just so happens that one of the virgin maidens named Amethyst was on her way to the temple of Artemis, and she was on her way to worship at the temple, and of course she was coming across the little trap that Dionysus set, and so the tigers was about to pounce into action to kill her. And as she prayed to Artemis to save her, Artemis didn't have a lot of time to think, so she just turned her into a clear quartz crystal to prevent the claws of the tigers and the bites to affect her. Of course, it was irreversible, and she was explaining that to Dionysus, who found out what had happened, and he felt so bad and had so much remorse that he was moved to tears, and as a offering he poured some of his sacred wine onto the quartz amethystus and to say sorry, and his tears with the wine absorbed into the clear quartz, which gave us this purple hue. So I like that story a lot more. There's the original version, and then that secondary version, which is less told, so of course I shared that with you guys. Okay, so that also brings me back to this stone being a variety of quartz, actually. So it's quartz with a tinge of purple, but it has its own qualities. So yes, it takes on the attributes of quartz, but it has its own quality, and it's considered a calming stone. So the old ways would call this the sobriety stone, where it would keep you from being drunk, but it also helped bring emotional stability to anyone that was destructive or just needed to find peace. And it's a meditative stone. It brings happiness and peace, flexibility. It also is associated with a third eye. So if you are wanting to open your third eye, or explore being psychic, or if you're trying to get enhancement of psychic powers, this is a great stone to carry around and have. It helps protect you psychically as well. So if you are doing psychic work or even magic, it helps create a barrier from those kind of attacks. And I love this stone because this is a great stone to give someone where if they have experienced emotional loss, personal loss, or grief, this is a great stone to just give them and talk to the stone to let it know that, can you give comfort to who I'm about to give to you. And it helps just balance and bring a peaceful bliss to the wearer or whoever has this. Now, me personally, as you can tell, it comes in different shades of purple. And I have a bracelet, but I don't wear this bracelet. I only wear this bracelet when I'm doing magic or spell casting from time to time, but I won't wear this throughout the day. Amethyst, for me personally, is very, very, very calming. So because it's so calming, I tend to stand still a lot during the day if I'm wearing it. I want to just, sit and think, and I'm in thought, and I'm very calm, and a lot doesn't get done. So that's why, me personally, this is why I don't wear amethyst a lot, unless, like I said, I need the actual enhancement of power, because it is a very, very powerful stone, and it can help enhance spellcasting, magic, intuition, psychic powers, clairvoyance. They said this stone is so strong that it communicates actually on different planes. So all the different planes and realms, this actually penetrates through those barriers. So it's a very, very strong stone that has a lot of energies inherent in it, and I highly recommend it since it's such a unique vibration. And you can see these stones on kings and queens crowns all the way, back from the Middle Ages to even now. These stones are still being used, and they're so very, very beautiful. And at one time they were very expensive to have until, they were actually mined a lot, and now there's a plethora of them, and I love them. If you don't have this stone yet, I highly recommend that you go get one. Altogether, I feel like it's a real peaceful harmony stone. So if you do need that in your life, carry it around with you. Use it like a worry stone, where you just rub it and kind of tell it its problems, and then kind of let it contain it and clear it all out. Burying it or cleansing it later after putting all your problems and troubles into it. But highly recommended. If you don't have it, please get one. I just can't stress enough that this has got to be in your collection. Especially anyone, like I said, if you're trying to open up your third eye or just be, psychically protected or enhance your psychic powers, it's great to have on you. It's also great for giving as a gift. So if you know someone that has been married for a while and maybe they have an anniversary coming up and you don't know what kind of anniversary gift to give them amethyst stone, a real pretty amethyst stone. Maybe wrap it up and let them know the history of it, or to be creative with it. But it helps obviously with the promotion of peace and balance, especially if there's a lot of unbalance in marriages or relationships. This is a great stone to have. The more in the house, the better. So if the air in your house is real thick with, maybe some chaos, or just maybe you just feel that bad juju, get some of these stones and put them all over the house, in different places. Highly, highly recommended. It works well, especially with peace and harmony, and if you want that meditative state. And it helps you look inward. So for those people that maybe, or like I said, couples with their anniversary, they're newlyweds, you want to make sure that they stay peaceful in those relationships. And if you want peace in your home, you might want to put these crystals all over or carry it with you. It makes a great gift. But me personally, I keep them. I don't keep them in my bedroom. It's definitely out in the living space, but it is in the house, of course. And I love that it produces those kinds of energies, especially if you want to enhance that kind of feel of harmony. I would probably create like a crystal grid where you have quartz surrounding it, or however they talk to you, to help enhance these energies. Like I said, remember in my last video I talked about how quartz enhances the properties of other stones. So if you want a lot of harmony, meditative states, you could put quartz crystals around it, or attach to it, or create a crystal grid to enhance the properties of the amethyst. The old ways, a lot of witches would take these stones, and if you're worried about a loved one or worried about yourself, maybe they would put it in cars for safe travel so that there would be no drunken driving, or protect them from any kind of external sources. So you would put these underneath the seat if you don't want them to know, or just in plain sight. But once again, great gifts for anniversaries, newlyweds, also for safe travel. Stone is also associated with the element of air and water. So if your element is air or your element is water, this is a great stone to have to enhance those qualities in your element or yourself. And helps with, being able to look inwards, to be meditative, to find stability in life. It has a very sedative property, so of course it promotes peace and happiness and contentment with flexibility. So just be careful when you're using this, because if you have a lot of stuff to do and you're wearing this stone 24/7, you may find yourself wanting to just be still, just look inwards all the time, and maybe that may not be always the best attribute to have, or the personality to have every single day. So this may be the cause of it, is having the amethyst stone on you. So just trial and error. But if any of you have any stories, please share. But I hope this video helped out for all you February, birth babies. This is your birthstone. All you Pisces people, this is also a stone to have. And for all my magic users, witches, and the alike, it's also great to have in your arsenal. But great stone. So amethyst. Hope this helped. I hope all of you have a great day. Blessed be.